Haley Steinfeld, Haley Steinfeld and Josh Allen tie the knot over the weekend.
Yeah.
Now, okay, congrats to them. It just brings up a story that Danny G sent us. There was some jabroni. Now, listen, you could argue that every time I do a parlay that's over 4 legs, I'm throwing away my money. You could argue that anytime you see some guy that's like, I did a 12 for 12, football parlay. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. You're not winning.
It's funny because we're seeing some Bills highlights on right now in front of us. There was a bettor in Illinois that wagered $100 on the Bills to have the worst record in the NFL.
This coming season.
The potential payout, $75,000. But you're basically, in Danny G's words, saying, here's $100.
Yeah,
you're throwing $100 right out the window.
Give me that $100 bill, please.
Yeah, it's safe to say.
Like, Josh Allen would have to have his leg broken, in the first game of the season, like what happened to Tom Brady years ago.
But I even think then, Danny, they might be like 6-11.
You're right. They still may not be the worst team. You're right.
But without being the show that's like, everyone, give us your worst bet, because everyone's got a bad bet they made. Listen, we've all made dumb bets. Like, there have been times, Danny, where a good team is losing like 14-0. So I'll go live bet. I'll be like, they'll come back, and the odds are pretty decent. Like, oh, the Chiefs are down, 21-7. I'll bet they'll come back. And a lot of times they don't. You're like, what an idiot I am. Your baseball team's losing 4-1 in the 8th, and you're like, ooh, plus 900? Let me put $20 on it. It never really works. But I want to ask you, betting aside, what was the worst money you ever just, quote, threw away? Like, Danny, you were telling me a story about one of our radio pals.
FSR alumni.
Your old pal. Why am I forgetting his name?
I don't know.
I thought you were being dramatic.
Yeah, so did I. Drum roll, please.
Oh,
Clay Travis.
You know what I kept doing?
Travis Matthew.
Our old pal, Travis Matthew. I kept saying, it's so true. In my mind, I was going, Travis.
Travis Matthews, our incredible sponsor. Clay Travis is a show that Danny G once produced.
Yeah, he told a story on the air about how his wife was mad at him because he took a bunch of their savings and invested in this pants company that he thought was going to be thriving within a year.
Other right-wing host, Glenn Beck, he did, I think he had some success with jeans, so maybe that's where he was
Trump jeans.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what he was doing.
Yeah, needless to say, he did not get his money back from that investment.
So is it a jean company or pant company?
He said pants.
I heard those Glenn Beck jeans came with a lifetime guarantee.
A lifetime guarantee?
No booty for a lifetime guarantee.
You're probably wearing them right now. Your Trump delivery. I'm wearing Glenn Beck jeans. The best jeans.
I'll give you on how I threw away money. If everyone has a story, I'll share an embarrassing one.
Of course, everybody has a story. It's like throwing away $100 betting against Josh Allen to have the worst record in the NFL.
Like, honestly, that's just asinine. That would be like saying, I'm betting on Patrick Mahomes to have statistically the worst starting quarterback season in the NFL. It's just not going to happen. My example would be, and Spot, you remember this because you may have done the same dumb thing. I don't know. In the early days, before it was iHeart, which we work for now with Fox Sports Radio and Premiere, iHeart used to be a company called Clear Channel. Do you guys remember when Clear Channel was a big company?
Yeah.
Back then, they started selling, like, hey guys, .coms are going to run out, and everyone's going to start going to websites .cc.
Okay.
And they, I remember people talking about, you could buy the domains. And
I mean, how many people lost money buying domains, for sure?
No, but I bought, I was like, what could I, dogfood.cc. And I'm like, someone's going to give me $1 million for this domain one day. I probably spent $1,000 as a 20-something-year-old buying domains.
So you're still the owner?
.cc. They've since expired, I'm sure. But I was convinced that we were all
That's why Five Guys couldn't get their own website.
I thought that .cc's were going to take off. You know what? You
could say, can't blame you, man.
By the way, I wasn't this stupid.
Really? Oh, so you weren't involved in this?
You weren't involved?
Oh. Thanks, Spot.
Rich is the proud owner of food.cc.
I'm sorry, Spot, the guy that I believe when we both bought a Bitcoin when it was $7,000, you said it's not going anywhere and you sold it for a loss?
I am that stupid. Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. Okay,
Ooh.
fine.
What's it at now?
$104,000.
There was a guy who
hurts.
bought pizzas with Bitcoin.
The guy that bought pizzas with Bitcoin. That guy, I'm surprised he hasn't hung himself.
So we ask you, Fox Sports Radio Nation, in tribute, in honor of the guy that just threw a $100 bill right out the
Bet
window.
$100 for Josh Allen to be the worst, essentially.
Again, to win, what was it, $75,000.
Yeah.
Potential payout of $75,000. What's the time you threw your money away? I'd have to say I went on a streak at one point. Maybe it was
Oh, your ex-wife.
no. That was a whole different
Oh, okay,
lifetime.
sorry.
Even before that, maybe it was under the influence, the time of life I was in, college days, right? You're up late, you're watching infomercials. It's that sort of mindset. And you're like, yeah, man, I think I'm going to buy and sell properties, no money down. And we've talked about this
Eric
before.
Estrada?
No, not Eric Estrada.
He bought swampland with Eric
Yeah, I
Estrada.
own swampland in Florida. No, you remember like Carlton Sheets? I always bring this up. Carlton Sheets would, try to sell you on his business plan, and you could be a business owner, no money down, like the Don Laprise of the world. All these infomercial items late at night. I remember spending like $300 to $500 on these programs where I was gonna buy and sell real estate or classified ads and be a businessman. I think I bought all of them. These little people were selling real estate programs. I bought that one. I bought every infomercial item possible just because I wanted to find a shortcut, I guess, in life. So throwing money away, Carlton Sheets, not only did I not make my millions buying and selling real estate with no money down, I don't think I ever opened the VHS it came in. I don't think I ever looked at it, but I had it there like, yeah, but no motivation ever to even move forward on it. So just basically threw my money away, period.
I got one that I guarantee there's one, at least one, guaranteed, but perhaps thousands listening, that dove into this a little bit, and they're like, what was I doing? Because I think we all believed for a second that it was going to go somewhere. Mm-hmm. Do you guys remember a couple years ago when digital art, NFTs, and all that stuff started taking off?
Oh, yeah.
my God.
Did
Yeah.
you know anyone that was like, I bought the NFT? Remember you could buy like moments like the NFT of Jordan's dunk.
Yeah,
like,
right. It was
people
like
were
a
buying
digital sports clip.
like digital sports moments, and it's like, I own the NFT. Even then,
Gary Vaynerchuk probably still believes in it.
Gary V, for all his great steps, that was a misstep because I don't see that coming back, right?
I was going to say, is there any sign of that coming back at all?
Spot, didn't Jake Paul and the Paul brothers do all that, like the monkey,
Yeah.
that famous monkey art?
Yep.
Like that digital,
Oh, the Bored Ape.
the bored ape?
I believe it'll come back.
It says
I'm Gary V.
NFTs are still a thing, but the initial hype obviously has subsided. They're now being used in a broader range of apps, including gaming, digital identity, and as a way to represent real-world assets.
I bought the one of the doink off of Canseco's head. Yeah, I own that one.
Covino spent
I own it.
$12,000 for it. It's now
I-
worth $4.
That's a good one.
But
though.
NFTs.
By the
or
way, the
something,
anniversary, I think, was last week of that clip.
yeah. I got one that's not wasted money, but Spot had money and didn't cash out.
You didn't buy any infomercial stuff that you regret, though?
I bought a Flavor Wave oven.
Did it work?
No,
Oh,
it didn't.
okay.
But our video producer Spot, there was an app. No joke. I was saying maybe 2 or 3 years ago, crypto's still flourishing. But you know how all these little cryptos were popping up? There was an app called Steppin where you would earn crypto when you would just walk. You'd actually earn money by walking.
I lost at least 2 G's
And
on
at
that.
one point, Spot was like, my walking Steppin account had like 25 grand in it. And then like
I made $1,000 a day.
and Spot was making $1,000 a day, but never cashed out. And then all of a sudden it was like, I now have $4. So
I mean, I lost money on that, too, though.
yeah,
I did. I was like, all right, you know what, though? It got me out. I was taking walks every day.
I remember Kevino would hit me up. He was like, I just made $150.
So, yeah, that was a thing for a minute. Your biggest waste of money, throwing money away, a la this better from Illinois.
I think worse than all that is betting $100 that Josh Allen and the Bills will have the worst record in the NFL.
And
That
again,
that is impossible. You
it's
can say
just
nothing's
$100,
impossible, but it's impossible.
It's just $100, and I say that lightly, you're right? People are check to check, but it really is. You might as well have given Iowa Sam the $100.
It'll be
that's
put to
not
better
happening.
use.
Yeah, not happening.
Yeah.
I'll spend it on myself.
Vegas gas money.
It was a
Well,
waste.
that's how bookies get rich because they take dumb bets from people like that. I mean, how many times would you take that bet if you're a bookie? Well, you take it 100 times. You're not even a bookie. I'll take your bet. Don't go to DraftKings. I'll
All
take
right.
it.